Thank you all for welcoming us here, supervisors. My name is Marlene Prey. I'm the director and the founder of Planned Parenthood's Rainbow Room. I'm also a former appointed member of the Bucks County Human Relations Council and a former council member of the Doylestown Borough Council, which is where I live. 68% of LGBTQ youth say they hear negative messages about being LGBTQ from elected officials. 77% of LGBTQ teenagers surveyed report feeling depressed or down over the past week. 95% of LGBTQ youth report trouble sleeping at night. More than 70% report feelings of worthlessness and hopelessness in the past week. Only 26% say they always feel safe in their school classrooms, and just 5% say that all of their teachers and school staff are supportive of LGBTQ people. 77% report that they've heard family members make negative comments about LGBTQ people. So the original request from the Rainbow Room youth, who include many youth from Council Rock and from here in Newtown Township, to our state legislature and our local elected officials to recognize Love is Love Day on February 15th, 2020, had absolutely nothing to do with Valentine's Day. So I just want to clear that up. It was to honor, to recognize, to uplift, and support the first ever county-wide LGBTQ plus prom held on this date and organized by the youth of the Rainbow Room, where I serve as director. And as each passionate supporter and advocate acted on that, they added their own personal and relevant pieces and components to it, all while keeping the focus on celebrating LGBTQ plus youth and their prom, which was named Love is Love, a queer prom for all, here in Bucks County. The goal was these resolutions was originally to surprise the prom committee by presenting them at the prom, which we did, along with the Philly Pride flag, which was gifted from Lieutenant Governor Fetterman and which hung in our capital in Harrisburg and now belongs here to Bucks County. The Bucks County Commissioners voted unanimously and issued a resolution, as did Newtown Borough, in honor of Love is Love Day and the youth and the prom. It was a wonderful 2-minute moment of a spectacular night celebrating queer youth and community. Over 150 youth from 57 different schools, including Council Rock, attended the sold out, although it was free, but it was sold out, event. Many of these youth, again, attend high school and middle school here in Council Rock. The intention or even choice of the date of our prom on February 15th was never about Valentine's Day. In fact, the Rainbow Room youth who dreamed up this prom years ago and planned it did not want it tied into Valentine's Day when we settled on that date with the Michener Art Museum. And yes, Valentine's Day is often difficult and exclusionary for LGBTQ plus youth, as Senator Santicero pointed out in his drafted resolution, which failed to pass in the state Senate. But the Love is Love name and idea to honor are not connected in any desire or hope to create some new type of Valentine's Day. Love is Love is a phrase that matters to the queer community. It was echoed the night of the Pulse nightclub massacre, June 12th, 2016, when 49 people in a gay nightclub were murdered for being part of the LGBTQ plus community. That night, Lin-Manuel Miranda, an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ plus rights and racial justice, brought many of us to tears when he recited these poignant words at the Tony Awards just hours after the shooting. When senseless acts of tragedy remind us that nothing here is promised, not one day, that this show is proof that history remembers. We live through times when hate and fear seem stronger. We rise and fall and light from dying embers. Remembrances that hope and love last longer. And love is love, is love, is love, is love, is love, cannot be killed or swept away. Love is love, there it is. In the aftermath of murder, of injustice, of racism, homophobia, of hatred, and brought forward again on Saturday, February 15th, 2020, when 150 youth and their adult allies cast fear and harassment and discrimination and name-calling and rejection and cliques and prejudice aside to dress up, walk hand in hand down the red carpet into the glass ballroom of the Michener Art Museum and have one of the best nights of their lives. And beyond what is customary at many proms, we had a unique, intensive, and multi-layered safety and security plan and system in place because hate, prejudice, guns, because of moments like Pulse Orlando. A resolution that celebrates this historic moment in our community, the Love is Love, a queer prom for all, which celebrates our LGBTQ+ youth here in Newtown Township, which sends a message specifically to them that they are loved and seen and valid. It matters, and it may even save lives. Voting against it, postponing it, tabling it, or diluting it as for all youth, or allowing ourselves to somehow get sidetracked and focused on Valentine's Day, these are distractions at best and dangerous and harmful attacks at worst. And finally, I'm going to take one of the things that we gave every single youth who came to prom is one of these pins that says Love is Love. And I'm going to give it to the chair here. But I don't give you permission to wear it until you lead this esteemed Board of Supervisors in supporting the LGBTQ+ youth and the historic Love is Love prom that Newtown Township youth attended by voting in support of a Love is Love resolution to honor them. Thank you.